Hey everybody, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us again. Oh, okay. Now my sound is on. For anyone who joined us last time, we started with a sound check question just to make sure that our sound was working, that you guys could see the PowerPoint, and you knew how to use the chat box. So if you can please type into the chat box your role with the organization and something that you are happy about today. Something I'm happy about today is my new background. Jamelia, our HR coordinator, said that she's with us today and she's happy about the background as well. Jennifer Jacobson, welcome Jen, thank you. Jen's an FI coordinator with us, and she's saying that she's happy to still be healthy and that her friends and family are still healthy. Thank you, Jen. Craig from Quality Management, I'm happy that I got to briefly see my mom for the first time in 2 weeks. Oh, that's rough. Hi, Sasha, welcome. We're going to give everyone a few more minutes to log on because I know technically we start at 12. We will be recording this too, so that way it'll become a YouTube link that Kevin helped me figure out. So if anybody misses this, or if you need to share it with people we support and families, that'll be great. Welcome Corinne. Corinne's an FI coordinator with us. And she is happy that Domino's is still delivering. Yes. Sasha is a fiscal intermediary coordinator with us, and she's happy that her loved ones are doing great at this time. And also happy to speak to her PCCS family. I miss you, Sasha. It's kind of odd for us to not see each other every day. Sometimes I feel like I see you guys more than I see like my own family and my fiance who I live with. We spend so much time here. I believe, let me just see who is on with us. Looks like a couple people are still logging in, so we'll give them just a few minutes. I don't have a lot of updates from Friday, but I do have some that are very, very exciting to me. So I hope you guys will be excited about them too. Hi, Kevin. I don't know, can you guys see each other's videos? Cool. I know that Chris also wanted to pop on with us, and I just want to make sure that she's all set up. So I'm going to put myself on mute for just 1 second while I give her a call.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Okay, perfect.
Oh, good. Okay. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say hi and, give some words of hope and encouragement. At least that's my intention. I know things are very scary right now, and we're all just trying to do the best that we can and get through this. And we're doing that in many ways. Some of us pray, some of us hope, some of us use laughter, some of us read books or watch, inspirational TV shows, or if you're like me, just constantly watching the news 24/7. And I don't know if that gives any hope, but I just have to stay tuned because I'm so concerned about what's happening next. I also just wanted to say that, I'm so delighted and thankful and grateful for everyone who's been working, coming on shift at the group homes or going out to other people's homes. And some of you, probably many of you, are leaving your own families and children at home to go and support people, with disabilities who really need help. And that's a very courageous thing to do. It's a very brave thing to do. That doesn't eliminate the fear. Courage just means that you realize that there's something more important than fear. And also for those of you working remotely, I know that's a challenge as well. I find it very challenging to work remotely. So I've been coming in the office as much as possible, also trying to make sure, not in contact with many people, trying to follow the rules of 6 feet distancing and not going out, to many stores. I stopped going to my favorite deli, so now I have to make my own coffee at home, and it sucks, to be quite honest with you. But, we're just all trying to get through this. So I know that there's a lot of updates. Well, not a lot, but informative updates. So I'm going to hand it back to Alyssa, and I just want to, let you guys know I'm thinking of everyone. I appreciate working with all of you. And just please continue to find the strength to keep on going. We're going to get through this. I know it's scary, but, just hug your family, well, if you can, and keep everybody close and in your hearts, and just stay safe. And hopefully we'll get back to normal pretty soon.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, so let me just get this chat box out of the way. So if you guys do have any questions throughout today, just feel free to type them into the chat box, and I'll make sure to read them out loud so that way we can answer them for everybody. We don't have a frequently asked questions list this week because we haven't gotten really any new questions that we haven't already answered. Chris, Kevin said thank you, that was very sweet. And, feel free to keep typing into the chat box and we'll go through everything today while we're on here. So like I said before, these will now be recorded and we'll put it into a YouTube link. When I say we, I really mean the very technical savvy Kevin Roman. And they'll be available if you need to send them out to families or people we support, other staff. So we will get started. So again, one of the first two slides are things that I want to make sure we go over every time we meet and do these updates together. So our objectives for all of these webinars are going to be going through our current precautions and our communication plans agency-wide for things that are changing and happening. As we know, every situation, the COVID situation that we're going through right now is very fluid, and it seems to be changing hourly, daily, sometimes every half hour, depending on how hectic things are getting. We'll go over program-specific changes and updates, frequently asked questions, and then any potential expectations we have as we move forward on how we're going to continue to handle COVID, or ideas or things that are coming up. Our main priorities at PCCS during COVID are to keep our workforce and the people we support healthy and safe, to ensure continuity of supports and services, to ensure continuity and stability of employment. And really right now is the time to be seen and heard, especially for our frontline staff, our direct support professionals. I know that our team, our community relations team, Alyssa and Kevin, have been posting a lot of content around writing to your legislators and signing different change.org documents to make sure that our DSPs are getting the recognition that they deserve. And last but not least, consistent and transparent communication. And that's one of the reasons that we want to do these webinars every week, just to keep everybody updated. If anybody has any questions, if you feel like you're getting mixed information, there's a lot happening all at one time, and we want to try to just unify all of us and make sure that we're giving out clear and consistent information, which can be difficult during a time like this. So we felt like this was a good forum to do it. If you guys have any other ideas though, because I do see a lot of us as administrators from PCCS on here, but I don't see a lot of families or people we support. So if you have a different way that you think this could get out there to them, please let us know. Hopefully the YouTube link for these recordings moving forward will be helpful too, that they can view it sort of on their own time. But if you have working families that need something like this done on a night or a weekend, I would be happy to accommodate that. So please just let us know. So now we will go into some of the updates that we have. So we will be putting together what we're calling a COVID-19 checklist on Paycom. Pretty much I feel like everything the last 3 weeks has been labeled COVID. And so this checklist will include a variety of things: how to remain healthy during these times, regulatory changes that are happening, training on social distancing, training on delivering telehealth services, how to use a mask, how to use gloves properly. The nice thing about this is what we're hoping is, even as people finish this checklist, as new things come out, as we update it, it will go from complete to incomplete again, and you'll be able to see the new content but not have to redo previous content. So we're just using this as a forum to put everything really relevant agency-wide to everyone. So I do want to be clear for our administrators, this checklist is not going to have absolutely everything for each of your program-specific things. These are more things that are very widespread agency-wide. But if you have anything related to your programs that you feel like is relevant and you would like on there, please let Nina and Corinne know. They're working on putting this checklist together. Some of the Avero updates that I do want to go over the last probably week and a half, Avero has made tons of updates. So we made sure that everyone now has access to the DA log, which will be used to capture services that are not delivered face-to-face. Avero has been having several webinars in order to teach everyone how to use this stuff. So you can see the ones that are already finished when you log into Avero and you click on your name, right under your name, and that's kind of what, this is here. So when you log into Avero, you'll see this on the right-hand side of your screen. Right under your name, once you click it, you'll see videos. When you go there, you can see the webinars that have already been put out by Avero, and then you'll also be able to see continuous ones as they put them out. The other thing that we're using is, if you see this kind of bell button, this is where we're going to be sending out alerts. So if you look right now, you should see one about the continuing our Zoom meetings every Wednesday between 12 and 1. So that is going out to all of the staff that log into Avero and the self-directed participants and families that have Avero accounts or Empower accounts. The last thing about that is that Avero did create a website specifically to discuss all of the COVID related changes. So that website is here. You can also access it when you log into Avero. You'll see a bar right at the top that says see our COVID updates, and you can click the blue link there and it'll bring you right to the website. It does ask you to log in. So just so you guys know, you're using your typical Avero login. The next thing that we wanted to talk about is the telehealth services. So we just wanted to let everybody know that it's still, there's not much of an update from Friday. The programs are still doing the assessment, but we have seen that because of Arrow made these changes live, if you have done telehealth services prior to getting it approved by your supervisor, please just consult with them. The state did put it out that it's available to be done, but there are certain procedures that have to happen before the telehealth service takes place. So we want to make sure that we're following those. So if you happen to have done that already, it's okay if you did. We know that this whole scenario and update is very confusing. Just please work with your supervisor before doing anything that isn't formally rolled out. And the next thing I wanted to just touch on again is the telehealth support line that we have. We did talk about it Friday. We have 3 clinicians, Nadia, Elizabeth, and Jen, who are able to support people with a variety of different things, coping with anxiety and stress, researching and sharing resources for food, financial support, childcare, health services, providing resources for our direct service staff that are doing services, whether it be through telehealth or in person. If you're having a difficult time engaging somebody and looking for ideas on how to be creative with that, they can support you there. If you're a person that we support, or if you are a family member, you can feel free to reach out for any of these things as well. So I want to make sure that that gets circulated, and that will be in the checklist as well. So here is the news that I'm very excited about. So we were able to arrange for all of our direct service staff to have an increase of $2 an hour. This will start from March 22nd, so last Sunday, and it'll go to May 30th. We'll reassess May 30th and determine what the need is after that, and what we're able to sustain. So that will be happening. Please make sure that that's shared widely with our direct support professionals. We did put up a memo on Paycom, so everyone should have gotten it. And make sure that they see the changes on their paycheck, or contact HR if there are any sort of systematic technical issues that come up. Again, this is not including self-directed staff. If they have questions about that, they can reach out to their self-directed employer, and they can work with their broker on changes like that. Our community relations team is working on several different items to support our DSPs and show our appreciation as well. So we have a t-shirt campaign that will be coming out that you'll see very soon. That campaign will be used to fund some of these other things that we're looking to do. So we will be working with local food shopping stores, and we will be paying the first $50 of the DSP's grocery bill. And this specific support is open to all staff, all direct support staff, traditional and self-directed. So they can participate in that. There will be a verification process to make sure you're an active employee with us and those sorts of things. So you'll hear more about that soon. They are also working on our Meals on Us campaign. We are working with a local, I believe it's a pizzeria, but I do have to double check. It's not finalized just yet. Where DSP will have the opportunity to have a meal paid for by PCCS and either have it delivered or do pickup. Our telehealth support sessions, which we talked about, printing remote learning needs for any school-age children, making activity packets for people that are needing to be engaged at home. Please let us know if you guys need stuff. And then you should be receiving in the next week or so too a piece of mail from us as a thank you. So that is a bunch of our DSP supports that are happening. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat box. So this is one of our last updates today. OPWDD did send out over the weekend specific protocols for essential employees returning to work following COVID-19 exposure or infection. So I just wanted to share these. The link has been circulated. It is on the OPWDD website. It will also be in the checklist, but just so everyone is aware, we are following with what their protocols are. So if you have any questions, this PowerPoint will be sent out. The link is in there. It's pretty straightforward, what to do, step 1 through 8, and then 1 through 3. And so, of course, we want to make sure that everyone is safe and healthy. So I just want to remind everybody, if you are feeling sick, please let us know, and please don't go to work if you can't. We are not I want to make this very clear. We are not forcing anyone to be in any predicaments that are uncomfortable to them, or if they're in fear. There are other avenues, so please, let us know, and we can try to make arrangements for that. Oh, thank you, Nadia. So Nadia wrote in that it's wonderful to hear that DSPs are being recognized. And if nobody has any other questions, this is kind of where I'm gonna end off a little bit. So we will be having our calls on Wednesdays from now on, from 12 to 1 or 12 to, however long I guess I have updates for. If you guys have any updates that haven't been put into here, anything program specific or even community related that you feel like we should be sharing, please just let us know. We do still have the COVID questions at PCCS.NY email. If you have any specific questions that you want to make sure are answered on these calls that we're having, just let us know and we'll make sure to get answers to those. And we know I love my quotes, so I want to leave off on a quote. Act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does. So that is where I will leave off. And just, Andrea typed in, for anyone who's not using Notify NYC, it's very important to sign up for it. It does give you a lot of consistent and clear updates. So you can do that through texting, you can do it through email. I think I have both set up. So if anyone has any questions on that, please let us know. We'll make sure to send that out, a link for that. But if you go on the nyc.gov website, you'll see that as well. But that's pretty much it. I hope everybody has a good day. Oh, hold on. Wow, look at us. We have questions, guys. Yes, so Jamelia just wants me to share, we did have a Mutual of America training this morning for our 403B account. So they did let us know that a new legislation was passed called cRis. And so essentially what that is, and you could speak more directly with the 403B rep, Susan, but if you have money in your 403B and you're affected by COVID and you need to take out a loan or pull out a certain amount of money and not do it as a loan, there will be either no or little penalties and fees. So that is something that anyone affected can access. So you can speak to Jamelia and she'll get you in touch with Susan to learn more about that, but that was really great to hear. And Melissa has a question here. In order for an employee to file for unemployment, do we have to terminate in the system? So to answer that, no, we don't. So an employee can actually still be working and get unemployment. So say if, I'm going to make up a scenario, say if we had a DSP that was working 40 hours a week and now due to the DSP now only doing telehealth, we can only offer 20 hours a week of telehealth because that's just all that's appropriate for that at that time, and we don't have another case to pair them with, or they're unable to do in-person services, whatever the circumstance or the variables might be, they can actually collect unemployment for the 20 hours that they are missing because they typically work 40. And again, we want to just direct everyone directly to unemployment because we really can't answer what they'll do or how they'll respond to these claims, and we haven't really been through the process just yet. But yes, as far as we understand, they can still be in our system, they can still be an active employee, but if they're not having the same income as they were before, due to COVID-19, they can file for unemployment. I hope that answers it. You're welcome. All right, well, that looks like it's really it. So I will log off now, but thank you guys for your time, and I will see you next Wednesday.